So I'd like to also participate in the cut motion tabled by Sri Ardent Nongthymmai on the functioning of the power department. So I had raised the issue which I'm going to raise now on many occasions, and I would like to again bring to the notice of the Honorable Minister a few factors that still has not been resolved. Although let me place on record, sir, that the MECL department under the leadership of the Honorable Minister, I normally don't like to praise or thank somebody like you have mentioned in the last session, the other day, that whether you would like to say something not favorable against the Chief Minister for not giving any schemes to the constituency. But sir, that is a different subject. Here I would like to place on record that there has been a marked improvement and hard work put in by the department to ensure that there is no load shedding. But there's one issue, sir, that has not been solved, and that is for young entrepreneurs. The establishment or infrastructure which they set up requires a certain amount of kilowatts, which requires them to apply for a transformer. In the excess of your demand of 15 kilowatts, you are compelled, or that is the rule, that states that you have to write to the department through the area manager concerned, and he prepares an estimate after taking into consideration the place and the distance from the line which can provide the power, which is the 11 kV line, and a bill is given to you. By the time that you apply to the area manager until you get the estimate, there is a lapse of about 5 to 6 months. Now this is, I'm talking through experience. What I've heard from people, let us put that aside for now. The question is, why this delay? The manuals of the MECL or MEPDCL is very clear. They have all the rates of whatever is required, right from the poles to the insulators to the distributors to whatever you require is there. Yet it takes 5 to 6 months to get an estimate, sir. So that, I feel, should not be the case. Then, sir, after you get the estimate, you are required to deposit the amount which is stipulated in that estimate, which sometimes in cases runs to lakhs and lakhs of rupees. So that is done. After that, you will be lucky, sir, if you get the transformer installed within the calendar year. And this has happened. The question is, after you pay for something, you expect it to be given to you the next day. But since it is a transformer and there are major lines to be pulled, electric poles to be installed, allow them the liberty of a month or two. But 6 to 8 months. Just the interest component on the money which you have deposited, which you have taken as a loan, will add to your losses. So this is another thing, sir. So why is the department so slow in doing all this? So if you go to any store or a vehicle dealership, you ask them to want to buy a car. Before you have mentioned what you want, they've already given you the estimate. That is how the department should work. That is how the officers should deal with the situation. But this lackadaisical attitude, because it's not my baby, I do not benefit, that has to be removed from the minds of the people who are involved in this case. This is my request. And I sincerely hope that the Honourable Minister, who is very capable of handling the department, will put an end to this, sir, and ensure that this doesn't happen. Number 3, sir, that is for transfer. Even providing house connections. Barely goes the time when the person who wants a connection will approach the local MLA or his legislator concerned to kindly put in a word so that he or she gets the house connection. Why should we be involved in this? That's not the MLA's job to write to the department to make sure that person X or Y gets the connection as soon as possible. They're paying for it. That also should be addressed immediately. They have to run from pillar to post, and then sometimes the officers are not present there. So these are the few things that improves the functioning of the department and endears the public to the department then. And lastly, sir, the congestion in the city, as we all know, is a topic we always discuss. And the PWD Roads Department is trying to broaden the roads, expand in most cases in the city. But when the road is expanded, the electric pole is right in the middle of the road. Now who will remove that? The PWD says it's the department's job, the department says it's the PWD's job. So these things are also a major obstacle. So you broaden the road, but no one benefits because there's a damn electric pole in the middle of the road. So these are the things which the department should kindly look into, and I would request the Honourable Minister to kindly address these issues so that we don't have to bring it up again in the House in the form of a cut motion or a motion or a question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.